The top 5 astrological transits for March 2025. Hold on to your biddies, okay? It is wackadoo. I've told everyone to hold on until March. We'll see how shit settles in March. I didn't say it wouldn't be crazy. I didn't say it wouldn't be like crashing without a parachute. But Mars will no longer be retrograde. We are entering eclipse season. We are getting a peek at how the cards are gonna lay. First, the universe got a deal, okay? Got to shuffle, got to deal it out. So hold on to your biddies for March, okay? Okay, my top transit, obviously Venus retrograde. Huge deal. She doesn't always go retrograde. She's about every 18 months. It's a big deal for her retrograde to be in Pisces and Aries. First of all, she is exalted in Pisces. Venus loves to love. If you know the myth, Aphrodite, she's born of the sea foam. But it's also very important, her retrograde in Aries. Because the last time Venus had a retrograde in Aries, okay, was 2016, 2017. Remember the Women's March? The pink punani hats? Yes, when Trump was first elected. Oh my goodness. So Venus, the planet of love, relationships, and everyone forgets money, security, begins its retrograde journey right on the March 1st. Be traveling through the very sensitive sign of Pisces, very romantic. Before she goes headfirst in the assertive sign of Aries. Venus retrograde is a time for us to reassess our values. Time to reflect our relationships, and not just with people. Like, what about our relationships with money? Our relationships with our health? Venus is urging, knocking, wanting us to reassess, wanting us to reconnect. Says, baby, when did you stop creating? When did you stop leading? When did you stop being brave? What's happened in the last 8 years since that first Venus retrograde in Aries? A lot to reflect on, a lot. We did the Pink Pussy March. What happened? That was a little knock, but this time we better fucking answer. You know what I'm saying? I'll have a separate video all on that. I'll go on. Second, Mercury's going to go retrograde. Duh. Mercury goes retrograde the most out of any of our planets. He's the closest to us. He does it 3 to 4 times a year. The thing is his always has like a theme. It's an elemental theme. Last year, all in fire signs. Rethinking, revisiting our drive, our inspirations, our spark. This year, they're going to be in water signs. What does water represent? Our emotional intelligence? Are we changing our emotional makeup? Who are we? What fills our cup? I like how Mercury does the same thing Venus does. Starts in Pisces and then goes into Aries. Mercury can leave us up to miscommunications. Just don't rush anything and don't plan anything new. This is reassessing time, okay? It's time for old ideas to maybe come up and show themselves in a new way, present themselves in a new light. That's why we always talk about how people come back during retrogrades. The universe is like, you want to reassess? It's up to you. The next one's kind of cheating because it's 2. It's the eclipses. It's eclipse season. Some would argue that it's technically not, but the sun is in the sign of eclipses, okay? We do have one last moon phase that's not involved in it, but still, we're right there. We are riding the dragon, okay? So we've switched. We've gone from Aries and Libra, North Node and South Node, to Pisces, North Node, and Virgo, South Node. So where Pisces and Virgo is on your chart, that's where you're going to be experiencing eclipses. So the first one is the total lunar eclipse in Virgo. That one's going to be a doozy, okay? South Node bringing out business. She's paying attention to detail, okay? Ain't leaving nothing. Remember, we have eclipse seasons, so we are entering an 18-month season. It's the first total eclipse in Virgo. Partial solar eclipse on the 29th, that's in Pisces. So this is really ushering in, we are finally no longer in the influence of Aries and Libra at the watchtower. We are full on in Pisces and Virgo world. We have to pay attention to our health. We have to realize our boundaries. We have to realize we are all connected. We have to realize that we are both light and dark. Nothing is as black and white as we would like it to be. Then this one's kind of cheating too, but the equinox. And this one's the equinox, because equinox means equal time, okay? So it is the day when we have equal light, equal dark. It is the day when we have got the light back. We aren't furthest from the light anymore. Most of the time, this coincides with Aries season. Remember, tropical Western astrology, we are based on the seasons, and those change because we measure the horizon line. Yes, Aries season outside of an Aries eclipse season, the first one, the new year. Some people like to consider this their new year. This is where we plant seeds. This is Ostara. We talked about Aries energy. We have the last Aries eclipse. This is it. This is the ending. Aries season, the beginning of the year. Okay, and then we get even more Aries because on March 30th, Neptune will enter Aries. Yeah. So I said a whole lot. Let's go over again really quick. Venus retrograde, Mercury retrogrades, the nodal switching. We have one last eclipse in Aries, but then we are ushering in goodbye to that season. We are ending it and totally walking in to the new world. Pisces and Virgo, North and South Node. Obviously, Aries season, the new year, the equinox, Ostara. It's a big year for Pisces and Aries, right? We've been talking about that a lot. Venus and Mercury both retrograde through both the end of the zodiac and the beginning. That's March. That's all this year. Endings and beginnings. Endings and beginnings. Yeah. Those retrograding through the last sign of the zodiac and the first sign, and now Neptune, who's been in the last sign of the zodiac, Pisces, since like 2011, 2012, now, and his home is going into Aries. Neptune, the planet of spirituality, compassion, empathy, the boundless planet. Aries likes his boundaries, so hopefully all this boundary mixing, mashing, hopefully we'll get some course correction. Because also in March, I think it's March 23rd, we're not going to see Saturn's rings for a bit. And like, I'm not one of those astrologers that say if you don't see it, it doesn't affect you. But I am one of those that like, if you see it, it does affect you. This is all happening before Neptune goes in Aries. Yeah. Saturn goes into Aries in May. So there's only like a month between them, but we won't see Saturn's rings, which are the boundaries. And then Neptune, the boundless, is moving into Aries. Whew. I'm like one of those ladies in a Southern movie, Miss Pitty Pat in Gone with the Wind. My word, Neptune and Aries. Miss Pitty Pat, no. It's gonna be fun. We won't be alone though.